So this year is a first for me. I'm running a Bass Cat this year, a Bass Cat Puma STS. Just fished my first event out of it. Still kind of getting used to the boat, getting everything in it, but it's a really awesome boat. Well, we'll start at the back here. Of course, the 250 Pro XS, hard to beat. I'm running a 24 pitch Tempest on it here, so that's a prop I like. The Tempest is a durable prop. It really is a pretty fast prop, not as fast as a Fury, but really durable throughout the course of the season. You can have some impacts and stuff like that. The prop is just going to hold up a lot longer, a little bit more durable, not as fast. Of course, a Bob's Machine Shop jack plate, the fastest, most durable jack plate out there too. So it's all aluminum. Really fast. It goes up and down really quick. Really important in shallow water. Trying to get on plane when you have your motor up in that shallow water, spinning circles. I can get the motor back down, catching water quicker, and get me going. 8-foot power pole blades. It's a new 1-pump blade, so you only have 1 pump in the boat. Reduces weight, but it also syncs your poles together so they're always exactly the same. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I know one thing we have on here that's pretty cool is the transducer shield and saver for the active imaging HD transducer. This right here is a rock solid mount. It holds it a little bit lower than a flush mount would, so I can actually get on plane and still have a little bit of side imaging. It's a little bit blurry, but it keeps it in the water a little bit better, and really rock solid mount. Screws right into the jack plate there. Rely on batteries in here, rely on RB100s, 3 of them for the trolling motor, and then an RB100 HP that I run for my electronics. And that HP has separate posts, so it actually is going to isolate your power. You get cleaner power for your electronics by putting them on separate posts there. We don't have any draws from the other posts, so I can isolate that. Really helps with your forward imaging and your graphs in general. At the console, I have 2 Lowrance HDS 12s. I run one with side imaging, another with mapping in 2D. It's a setup I've ran for quite some time, and that's something that I'm really used to, and I guess I really like with that, just to have that side imaging on its own graph so I get a bigger picture, and then my mapping in 2D, which I always keep 2D on there for when I'm running. It's a through hull transducer, always reads the bottom. It's amazing how many things you catch, whether it's bait, grass, whatever, when you're on plane. So always keep that 2D on. Up at the front here, I have a Lowrance HDS 16 for my forward imaging. That 16, the picture is so much better than a 10 or 12 or a 9. It just expands everything. I mean, a 6-inch swim bait, I can see the tail moving on that 16, which I can't in smaller graphs. Maybe I'm just old, my eyes are bad, but definitely helps you see everything out there. And I use that 10 there for mapping, so that HDS 10 is for mapping. On the electronics, Bass Boat Technologies mounts. I've ran those for years, just a rock solid mount for my electronics. I don't think there's anything better out there for those electronics mounts. Keeps everything secure. You know, they take a pretty good beating on the front of the boat, and where graphs keep getting bigger, a really good mount's important. Hamby's keel guard, absolute must have a keel guard on the boat for just beaching my boat. It saves me at so many ramps. Pull up onto the ramp if I have an older gentleman with me and I have a hard time getting in and out of the boat. When you're on bottom like that's rock solid. Really protects the boat, the running surface of your boat there. Everything you hit going through the water hits that keel first, so it protects your boat. Power pole move trolling motor. You know, we've talked about it before, the most advanced motor out there. It just saves on a lot of power, weight. It is extremely reliable. I've never had a problem out of a power pole move. They've been incredible motors, really powerful, really quiet, brushless. You can't even hear it run. Without the indicator, you wouldn't even know that it's going. You hear water going below the boat, but you don't hear the motor run. Again, really lightweight and smooth steering, which is really important with the forward-facing sonar. That's most of the stuff on my Puma STS by Bass Cat here. If you have any questions, make sure to comment, message me, something like that. I'm happy to let you know about why I have this set up, or what I would do differently, or what you may want to do with your next Bass Cat.